No matter where, no matter when the fish are biting, you should be striking. Don't think twice with the Instant Fisherman. It's as easy as, let's go fish. It's not that easy. Welcome to Retro Bassin'. Today we're on the bank with the as seen on TV Instant Fisherman. We're gonna see if it's an instant success or an instant fail. It's supposed to be the ultimate travel rod, something that you can keep anywhere. In your golf bag, in your glove compartment, under your seat, anywhere. Anytime there's fish, boom, you whip it out and you are instantly in the action. So far, I gotta say, the only thing instant about this is my regret for actually doing this episode. I'm on a neat little creek here called Onion Creek. It's teeming with bass this time of year. I can actually see them swimming around. And so far, I would say that if I get a 25-foot cast with this, I'm elated, super happy. By and large, though, I would say about half the time, it turns into a 6-foot backlash. Again, with a spin casting reel. I have no idea how this is happening. I see nothing but 3-pounders swimming around in here, and I can't even cast this thing 10 feet. It is right there. There's a 3-pounder swimming right by. He would love to eat, and I have something to feed him. I just can't get it to him. So, a little Instant Fisherman update. I have been instantly taking out backlashes out of this thing for the past 10 minutes. I had to take the reel apart because it wouldn't cast more than about 5 feet. I don't know how those guys actually filmed any successful catches with this thing. Spin cast reels aren't that great, but it's not even like it's a good spin cast reel. It's just terrible. I feel like if somebody at PETA wanted to invent a rod that ensured no more fish got hurt by hooks, this would be it. This is the PETA rod. It is a line twist city down here, by the way. Really nice looking healthy largemouth bass in here. What I would give for any other rod right now. I mean, a Snoopy snow cone rod, anything. Oh my God, this is painful. This is so painful. The rod's back together. I'm gonna try to make a cast. I'm gonna talk to the camera now because honestly, if this thing gives me another 6-foot cast in front of these swarming fish, this thing might become an instant, I don't know, piece of river trash. Now it's just not casting at all. I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. How the heck did they catch a shark with this thing, by the way? There's no way. I mean, I would almost be better off with just like a spool of line and a 1/4-ounce sinker and hand casting this thing out there than I am using this. There's fish right there. There's fish. I'm done. God, that sucks. Well, here we are back in the studio with the Instant Fisherman rod. I've got a lot to say about this thing. Look, I am a fan of gimmicks. If you watch this channel at all, you know that there is not an as seen on TV fishing lure that I don't buy. I love them all. But I fish with lures, rods, equipment. This is by far the worst piece of fishing equipment I've ever fished with. It's amazingly bad. Dr. Seuss himself could not have constructed a more impractical fishing reel than this thing. Top to bottom, soup to nuts. I know the infomercial says that it'll make men, women, and children cast like pros, and it's so good that it even qualifies for professional bass fishing tournaments. Not sure what that means, but yeah, it is butt to tip brutal to fish with. So first off, the let's go fish aspect of it. It's got these metal joints here that you see. The first step is to click this joint. The reel handle is yet another one. We click that. Third, extend the rod, and there we go. Fiberglass rod. I fished with ugly sticks before. You know that ugly stick, full fiberglass, is not going to be great for feeling sneaky bass, as it says in the ad, so not so much there. Every rod guide is separate, which I mean, as they all fall, they can all turn in different directions. So unlike a traditional 3-piece rod, where it's literally 3 pieces, you line those up and you're good to go, this you've got to line up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, which is a challenge. It's got great ceramic guides, as it says in the infomercial, which will prevent line cuts. Okay, but it's also got this thing, which is supposedly a benefit. It's the slide rod feature, and it starts out at a low position here to bring in the big ones. You put it in the medium position, and it becomes a medium action rod, and in the far position, it makes it super sensitive to catch sneaky bass. The rod itself stops short and it turns into this ABS plastic. So that is it. So that is really what's connecting you to the fish. There's not a lot of sensitivity in this part. I don't care where you put this slide rod. The line, and this is kind of crazy town, but the line goes into this hole over this piece of metal through another metal hole. It's a basic spin cast reel, but everything is contained. And we're going to talk about what happened when I needed to switch the line out. But the whole spin cast reel is here. It's got your standard button, star drag, or dying star drag as I called it today on the water. And then we go down to the handle itself. Now this thing is a piece of work. I've never seen a rod like this at all. It's got this rubber grip here, which if the ABS didn't kill all the sensitivity, rubber grip rod is going to destroy every last bit of feeling that you get. It's got this weird bracket, and then it goes into this pistol grip. I guess you need this for casting, but this is just a ton of weight. So let's look inside the rod itself, and that's where this gem really shines. Kind of. To get access to the reel spool itself, you've got to unscrew the whole apparatus. This looks like a standard piece of metal. This, I mean, it almost has the consistency of a bullet sinker for bass. It's like a really weird, soft feeling thing. I have no idea. And that's it. So once you, let's say, do whatever you need to do to the line, you've got to put it back in here. So we'll do that. Make sure your button is pushed up. You've got to get your line from here through that hole, which is not easy. And when that happens, I'm trying to get my line through this hole here. And then through this one. Okay, line's through. Snap it back without kinking the... And this happened on the water all day long. Or on the bank. You have to line this up as best you can. And then you've got to literally screw the reel on, putting twist after twist in your line, which is always good for cast later. Casting this thing, it's a spin cast reel. It casts like any other spin cast reel. I don't know if it'll make you cast like a pro, but who am I to say? The reeling of this thing, because of that really sweet gear system that you saw, it sounds like if you've ever been on a highway, a 2-lane, and you go over some rumble strips crossing the yellow line, the ones that are supposed to thump and wake you up. That's what this feels like. It is so distracting that you can't even imagine what's going on below the water because you're so worried about this. And listen to that. If you can catch something with this, you are truly an instant fisherman, because boy, this is a tough one. So I feel kind of bad. After basically trashing the Instant Fisherman for the entire episode, what I thought was a discontinued product. It turns out that for $29.99, you can buy it on Amazon. There's some Amazon reviews on the Instant Fisherman as well. If I could give this 0, I would. Oof, ouch. It broke the first time my son used it. Yep. I got this rod for the first time to take it to the river. I ran out of line. Only brings like 80 feet of line, and then I took it apart to put on the new line, and the spinning reel breaks apart. I had that one happen too. Here's a 1-star review that says simply, no. I can't imagine you're going to want to drop 30 bucks on the Instant Fisherman, but just in case you do, I'll drop a link below. But before you click buy, just know that you've been warned about the Instant Fisherman. No matter where, no matter when the fish are biting, this thing's probably going to be breaking.